Aloha, blessings, Tarashe, true serenity coming here to you. Thank you for joining me here while we are on Earth and every other realm that we can possibly intertwine with these multiple dimensions and interdimensional beings that we are. I have been called to deliver a message to whomever that this crosses their path, and as I'm beginning to realize the depth of our existence and the messages that our bodies deliver to us, whether we are listening or we are ignoring, we are distracting ourselves, we are seeking outside versus within, being able to slow down, return yourself to your breath, tune into your heart center. And a lot of times the best way to do that is placing a hand over your heart chakra in the center. Your right side is your masculine and your left side is your feminine. So it's a receiving and you're giving and receiving. So thank you for being able to be as present as you possibly can. As we all have different health elements and how to maximize our wellness potential, our performance, our service, our purpose, our experience, and expand our perceptions and being able to be drawn to different expansions. A lot of pain, pay attention, integrate now. Thank Teal Swan for that, yes. Is contraction, and I think of that in whatever way that you feel drawn to. As I bring this, even healers need healers, we all need each other, that we're here on a deeper level that we can see with the naked eye, because where does all of this material realm unfold from? This is the invisible, the unseen, then forming into a seen reality, regardless of the levels of information and introspection, transformation, particularly conditioning, domestication, and reconditioning with nurture, with compassion, with presence, not being too linear and imprisoned by the vibrations of things that seem solid, even though we can have connections that are solidified, and we can have knowledge that is externally obtained, and we can have a wisdom that is innate. To appreciate, to generate this chi, this energy, this healing, and bringing ourselves back to our breath. With these epiphanies, with these spiritual awakenings, with these breakthroughs or tower moments, with these blessings, however we are choosing to see or view, and being able to come to a new a rebirth, a resurrection, a reconciliation, to acknowledge our participation and contribution, service, the way that we're able to perceive and have the perception around all of these aspects and the elements and the interconnectivity, the interlinkage of where we are, and the energetics, the spiritual, the mental, the intellectual, the physical, emotional. Okay, I got lecture. We got so many bodies, right? Okay, and then they show up into this material form, and the relationships, basically looking at the everything is relationships, and looking at the relationship that we have with these relationships of ourselves ultimately. Cultivating the healthy aspect of integration from the consciousness's fragmentations, whether it's the ultimate ability to see, to feel, to be, understand self. What is self? Is what is. We don't need an answer to a question that we ask, even though to recognize we are given everything that we ask. How much are we aware if we have 95% of this iceberg, subconscious, superconscious, and what is available to us? The conscious 5% that we think we might know, and to not be imprisoned by a linear way of, viewing things, to be the observer, as quantum physics and the observer effect teaches us, that nothing is affected. Everything is affected. There is nothing that is not affected by the observer's observation, meaning as these particles appear and reappear, and how these the matters formulate structure, and what type of structure our interactions and our influences and our impacts have upon such. Our words, the intentions that we use, the people that we are surrounded with, that of which where we are for availability, ultimately for ourselves, and listening to the messages our bodies have. And I bring this up with ascension symptoms and light body symptoms. Wherever we are in our training and awareness and openness, collectively, individually, however it is, bringing back to source for a sense of awareness, understanding, and having that compassion and the gentleness and the tenderness and the touch, and how we've come here to experience such. There's a lot of other farther advanced practitioners or certified or just people, as we take the amount to process and digest these downloads and uploads that we get through light, sun, darkness, introspection, going within to heal the wounds, to heal ancestral lineage, to heal our experiences, to heal our inner children, our families within ourselves. As these started very early on, and it's undeniable for the relationship attractions and where that formulates these momentary whatever, and circulating and releasing chi throughout the body, and being able, there's a couple movements send you to Donna Eden energy medicine to work with the body when things are not managed, or things aren't supposedly not cured but affected by other treatments, to somehow breathe, not try to, there's nothing to fix, nothing's truly broken. There's so much of having compassion with the ego and cheerleader and soul and heart, even nothing to change. Hicks mentions that, which is funny, when we're so committed to our best version and transformation, and where this, if there's no conclusions, there's so much of the unfolding and going into the unknown, and not being caught in the familiar, where the mind pulls back to the familiar, or worst case, or negative, and think thoughts of more, not even positive, but not even having a judgment, having a neutrality. And I think of the Einstein about, logic only gets you so far, from A to B, yet imagination will take you any and everywhere. And with our imagination being a godlike self, us being made in the image of, and where this has conjured where we are, and making a decision and recognizing how we've committed. Where are we loyal? Where are we faithful? And where is its absence? And where do we bring presence to such to be our ultimate potential, to be our true, authentic, divine, beautiful, true self? And everything is beautiful in its own way. There's beauty all around. Not to have judgment that there is any, a belief in that there is anything ugly, that there is anything, good or bad or evil or this or that, and looking at the, pulling away, unifying this duality. Unifying, unity, union, we are in. You can see who talks about the fourth dimensional thinking, or 5D, and this new earth, and where we are here. To be love, to pour your heart of gold, the liquid, into the cracks, yet allow those cracks as the light shines through, to be the light. Not just absorb it, generate it, emit it, like the sun, and appreciate that everything is information, as if we are more than just machines and mechanics.